Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Today we have yet again got so many good topics to go through, so make sure you stick around to the end. We'll go for 100 likes again this video. You guys seem to be smashing it lately, so I really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let's get straight into it. Fabrizio Romano saying talks ongoing between Chelsea and Brighton for Cucurella. Levi Colwill could be discussed in separated deal to accelerate talks for Cucurella. Personal terms agreed with the Spanish left back and Chelsea. Up to the clubs, no signal from Man City so far. So that's the latest update. You can see here we have Levi. Talks ongoing between Brighton and Chelsea. The fee seems to be, from what I'm hearing, I don't think they're entirely reliable reports, but some saying that, you know, we're really close to it. It's going to be a day or two before this is sort of, you know, concrete, done, add-ons, all that sort of stuff discussed. The interesting thing, Levi Colwill could be discussed in a separate deal to accelerate talks for Cucurella. So Chelsea kind of, I guess, Brighton and Chelsea disagreeing on how much he's valued at, maybe whether this will be a permanent move or a loan and something like that, maybe a buyback clause included if he's sold, who knows. But there's disagreements, so they're saying, right, let's put that to the side for now. We want to just make sure we get Cucurella before, you know, City come back in or anything like that. So it says could be discussed. It doesn't say it is. It doesn't say that it's not going to be involved in the deal for Cucurella. It could be. So maybe taking it as promising signs. If, you know, you don't want Colwill to leave, that could be a good sign, but at the same time it could just be a case of at some point they will reach an agreement and say, yeah, you know what, Colwill plus 25 million, sure, whatever it be. So good signs, you know, personal terms agreed, we've seen that. No signal from City, that's good. Chelsea just need to get this fee agreed with Brighton, and this would be a big signing over the line. The more and more I obviously watch of him, now that we're heavily linked with him, and the more I'm looking at the, you know, underlying stats, this guy genuinely is a top talent. And yes, it might be weird to have two top talents at left back, but if you want to catch up to City, it's what you're going to have to do, because that's what they do. So very good sign of Chelsea on this one, and at left centre back he even looks a boss. So very excited for this one. Let's see how it goes though. You know, it's not done yet. The next about note, we have Chelsea themselves reporting that Aston Villa and Chelsea can confirm that the clubs have reached an agreement for the permanent transfer of Carney Chukwuemeka. I'm awful at pronouncing names, but Chukwuemeka, I think, is how that one is said. The 18-year-old has been given permission to travel to London to discuss both personal terms and undergo a medical. So it's pretty much done, right? If Chelsea are tweeting this out of nowhere, I might add. You know, we've seen the links. We have discussed this guy before, saying that Chelsea are interested, but then there was no, like, you know, bids, personal terms agreed, this, that, for like a few days, up to a week. It was just a snap of the fingers, we got him. So more on it, with Fabrizio Romano saying he's been told that the player will travel to London tonight, around 15 million plus add-ons, which I've heard totals about 20, somewhere around there. Chelsea will seal a 6-year deal until 2028. Medical scheduled on Wednesday for Carney, who will be unveiled as a new signing late this week. Big surprise, and there he is pictured. Who we getting here, right? Let's take a look. England international, 18 years old, right-footed midfielder, fairly tall, valued about 2.3 million euros. So this guy, you know, these aren't always accurate, but I would say Chelsea probably overpaying a bit, but the guy does look like a good talent. In the Under-19 European Championships this year for England, he played 4 games, started for 94 minutes a game, played consistently, and got 3 goals. So at the Under-19 level, doing very well. If we take a look in the Premier League, he played 12 games, only 2 starting, and averaging 26 minutes a game. So very much a bench player for Aston Villa, and even then wasn't featuring much. You know, it was the last 20 odd minutes that he was typically getting, and managed 1 assist. The numbers over here look pretty good. Accurate passing, you know, very good strong passer from what I'm seeing. And then you got the defensive stats for the down ground duels, very strong. Aerial a little bit weak, but at 18 years old, you know, nothing that can't be improved upon. And then, you know, looking at the other competitions in the Football League Trophy, he started 1 game and had a very good rating, 7.3. And the EFL Cup, 2 games, one of them being against Chelsea, had a little cameo. 2 games, 1 started, 61 minutes, no goal contributions, but the underlying numbers looking pretty good. So complete offensive midfield up towards central mid. Some of the clips I've been seeing of him as well, he's even further up. He's scoring goals. So this guy looks like a very clinical, quick passer of the ball, one that's, you know, looking to go forward all the time. Even has an eye for a goal, you know, turning up in that box and getting those sort of shots off. So an interesting one. Is he going to be integrated into the team this year? I wouldn't think so. Maybe. That's Chelsea's plans, but for me, I think this is probably going to be one that, you know, he's into the youth system, he's into the loan system, whatever it is, and then in a few years' time, we'll see him featuring for Chelsea. Next up, we have Fabrizio Romano saying Chelsea are considering many options for right-back position to be discussed after Cucurella. Kyle Walker-Peters is one of the options alongside Denzel Dumfries, which we've seen mentioned. Dumfries top of the list, but Inter want to keep him, still no bid. Kyle Walker-Peters has been discussed internally, so... You know, whilst I think that Kyle Walker-Peters is a good player in that Southampton team, one of the stronger ones, I'm not sure. I get that we're trying to buy, you know, Premier League proven players. That's the sort of style we're going for at the moment. But I don't know. I have my big doubts on this one. Kyle Walker-Peters, I'm not sure is, you know, that elite talent that when Reece James drops out, you don't see a drop-off. Maybe I'm wrong, but... it's definitely something that would worry me a little bit. Denzel Dumfries I'd be very happy with personally. But, you know, I could see the interest in Kyle Walker-Peters. There's a good player in there. I'm just not sure if he's, you know, if Reece James is out and we're playing Walker-Peters left, right, and centre, you know, every game. Is that someone I'm entirely comfortable with playing? Maybe not. Maybe I'm, you know, I'm obviously going to start doing some more research now that we're linked to him. I watch him a lot because he's a Premier League player anyway, so... I don't know. We'll see how it goes. He's one of the options, but like it says, discussed internally, nothing concrete yet. There's big interest in Dumfries, but Inter are making it difficult to get him, so it'll be a tough one to pull off that one. Maybe Walker-Peters will be the backup option. Then next up we had Matt Law reporting saying RubenLoftusCheek has no desire to leave Chelsea, and we've seen some links here with him going to other teams in a swap deal, things like that. But apparently he doesn't want to go anywhere, so even if we do agree something, the chances of him, you know, agreeing to that is quite slim. Not really looking to leave Chelsea, and that's come from Matt Law, so pretty reliable there. So, you know, I still like Ruben Loftus-Cheek. I think he's a good player, a squad player. Not going to be a starter at Chelsea, but if you consider he can play a little bit of wing back, he could play central mid, not so much defensive mid, I don't like him there, but push him forward up towards, you know, the attacking mid position, maybe even slightly out on the wings. I think Loftus-Cheek can do a decent job at Chelsea, a good squad player. When he comes on, I don't feel too worried. I'm not thinking like, oh no, now it's, you know, when Sarr comes on the pitch in centre back, I'm worried. I don't feel that with Ruben, and he seems to be getting better and better since the injury, so I think I'm okay with it. If it would, you know, means that a deal falls through for a player that we really want, it would suck. But I think Loftus-Cheek as a squad player at Chelsea, something I think he's happy with. Got around 2,000 minutes last year. He can get that again this year. I think it's okay. I'm not too worried about this one. Let me know what you think on this one, because I think this will divide quite a lot of the fan base. Now we have this report come from Patrick Berger. I don't know who he is, chief reporter at Sport 1. Seems to have links with a good German team, so maybe accurate on this one. Saying Timo Werner wants to leave Chelsea. Leipzig pushing to sign him. There was a meeting between clubs a few days ago. Timo Werner is keen to join his former club and set for a huge salary cut, and he's willing to accept that, it seems. A swap deal with Josko Gvardiol is no topic, so that's put off the table. If Chelsea are going to go get him, it's going to be straight cash, it seems. But I think this is a good sign. You know, he wants to leave Chelsea. I think he knows, like, it's just not worked out for him, and if it's a sign that, you know, he even thinks he can't improve, then I think that maybe it's best for everyone. Leipzig pushing to sign him, that's a good sign that the club is desperate. You know, they really want their guy back, and then he's keen to join and take a huge salary cut. That's another big thing, because Chelsea hopefully won't be paying any of his wages to get him out of the club. So I'm happy with that. We'll see how it all goes. You know, it still doesn't seem awfully concrete that it's going to happen in the next few days or anything, but a good sign. I'm happy with this. And then just to end the video on, we have two things I wanted to go through. Leicester removed from Wesley Fofana's Twitter bio, which has happened. You can, I think it's still up. He did have Leicester City player or something like that in his bio. I know that you can't always read too much into these, but considering the links, and then also there was this in his likes. You can see that he liked a London is Blue podcast tweet saying signing Fofana be a great example of smart recruitment, blah blah blah, obviously Chelsea based, and very interesting. You know, he's liking tweets based on it. He's pulling Leicester out of his bio. There's a lot of reports saying that he's doing all the right things internally to get this move to happen. He's pushing for it without, you know, transfer requesting and all that sort of stuff. So an interesting one. Not that it necessarily means, you know, he signed it, it's all done, but when you start seeing these things happening and the reports coming out saying he's saying the right things internally behind the scenes, it's a good time for Chelsea, so we'll see how this one goes, but it's looking good. But that's going to be the end of the video, guys. If you did enjoy, leave a like, hit subscribe and the notification bell. You'll never miss out on a future video that way. And don't forget, we're going for 100 likes a video, so please let's try and smash that again. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye.